Good afternoon.
Barbara! Barbara! Woo!
Good afternoon, Encore Learning members, distinguished guests, and friends. Welcome new and potential Encore Learning members. We're so glad you're here. I would like to welcome our delegates, Virginia Assembly Delegate Patrick Hope, and former delegates Bob Brink, Judy Connolly, Karen Darner, and Mary Margaret Whipple. Thanks for being here with us. We are grateful to Delegate Rick Sullivan for shepherding a Virginia General Assembly commendation of our 20 years. And you will be able to see this in the reception area in a little bit, so please do stop by and take a look. I'm Barbara Spangler, President of Encore Learning's Board of Directors, and it's my pleasure to kick off this 20th anniversary celebration with you. In the space that George Mason University and Encore Learning occupy here in Arlington, we give greetings and thanksgivings to these Potomac River life sources, to the Piscataway and the Nacotchtank, tribes who lovingly stewarded these lands for millennia. And today we celebrate 20 amazing years of Encore Learning. Can you imagine in 2002, some intrepid soul said, we need to keep learning and we need to organize to accomplish that goal. The idea, simply put, was to establish a volunteer-run organization offering college-level courses taught by pro bono instructors to people over 50. Success! Starting with Arlington Learning and Retirement Institute and now Encore Learning. Before I turn the celebration over to Dean Mark Rozell, I would like to acknowledge the terrific support Encore Learning has received from George Mason University's at Mason Square. Every Encore Learning class member and staff member is grateful to the tech support team and the classroom and lab who are there with snacks to help us with IT issues. We are also grateful for the help of the operations, events, and university life units who ensure that we have the space we need and offer connections to the university. We're so thankful that Mason donated first aid kits that you will find in your goodie bags when we leave. Their efforts to keep us safe are so appreciated. And Tony Andrews, what a gem. Thank you for being a fountain of resources to us for topics and instructors. We appreciate it very much. We look forward to continuing our partnership as we watch the evolution plan for Mason Square. Fuse will be the new technology-forward building where digital innovators and researchers and entrepreneurs can collaborate and thrive. GMU keeps growing in physical space and international renown. I'm pleased to share that over the past 4 years, Encore Learning has contributed $24,000 in scholarships to GMU students, and we continue to look forward to doing that in the coming years. Mark Rozell is the founding dean of the Schar School of Policy and Government here at George Mason University. Dean Rozell has been a fast friend of Encore Learning, and we are grateful. We're grateful for your continued support and you're encouraging your professors and PhD students to share their knowledge with us. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate our first 20 years. Dean Rozell.
Thank you, Barbara. And it's great to see you here. Great to see you in person. After 2.5 years of this, it's great to see anybody. But, but it's great to see all of you. Thank you. I'm really flattered by the kind invitation that you've bestowed on me to participate in this celebration of 20 years of Encore Learning. And as Dean of the Schar School, as Barbara said, I've encouraged faculty from our school to be active in teaching in these programs. And we have several faculty members who have been repeated teachers in Encore programs and a number of other faculty at all levels, senior, mid-range, junior level faculty, adjuncts, professors of practice. I did a class several years ago with Michael Hayden. We did together on executive power and security issues. That was a lot of fun. And even rising doctoral candidates have taught some of our courses. It's mutually beneficial for us because I've actually had a couple doctoral students come and say, I want to get my experience in a classroom, and I said, I've got a great idea for you. And a couple have gone on to become professors and have new careers, and thank you for the opportunity to do this. So, and I will tell you that the faculty who have taught in these programs have always said it's a great experience because every professor loves an audience that's appreciative, interested, engaged, asks lots of questions, challenges us. Arlington, as you know, is one of the more highly educated communities in the United States, and we've just got a lot of people in this program who have really interesting past academic and other professional experiences to bear. And so I've had faculty say, I came to teach a class and I ended up learning quite a lot, so thank you for that. And thank you for the graduate fellowships. That means a lot to me and to all of us at George Mason University. I'm sure you've heard the story that, we're a place that changes lives, right? Close to a quarter of our students are on Pell Grants, and close to a third are first in their family ever to go to college. This is a place that doesn't shut down doors and say how exclusive we are, and that means we're great. It says, come here, we're going to educate you, and we're going to get you to move on to better things in your life. And so I've always been very proud to teach at George Mason because that very much speaks to me about the value of education, and even my own background where education was a lifeline and an opportunity to move forward. So I've been at Mason now almost as long as Encore Learning. I've just passed 19 years here. I came in 2004 as a faculty member in that department store. So some of you may remember, I don't know, it's you old enough to remember that? I have no idea, so anyway, I do. But anyway, that's where I started teaching, and then 12 years ago moved into this beautiful building, which I found out was and remains the largest academic building in the Commonwealth. And now looking at that construction site next door, there's going to be a building in, I think, 3 years, 2025, that's going to tower over this thing. So, but this is, real opportunity, I think, for this university to bring together so much more energy and activity in this area of Arlington. Since we came to this building in 2010, I used to lament the fact that you go in this direction to Ballston, there's a lot of people life and activity and so much going on. You go in that direction to Clarendon, there's so much people life and activity and things going on. And you come to right here, and it's a little bit of a dead zone. And I joke that blinding plaza out there was mini Tiananmen Square. And now, I've seen in the past few months alone, all this activity going on out there, the way that they put the tables out there and the games and the food trucks. So I'm very happy that Mason has seen the potential here to make this a much more engaging, inviting place. And that's just the beginning, right? Once that big building goes up. And I've heard rumors that there's some interest in expanding Mason's presence, even going across the street and getting some properties and creating a connected walkway. And so that when people drive up to this area, they see, I am entering George Mason University, and there's an academic community here. I have implored the president, by the way, that if we are so ambitious and if we do succeed in getting property across the street, do not touch that chicken place. So I said there will be a revolution in Arlington if you close that place down. But anyway, it's been a great honor of my professional life to do this job as Dean of the Schar School. In the time that we've been doing this together now, we've risen the rankings. We got a naming gift from Dwight Schar, who's just done wonderful things in supporting our students and our programs here. Our security studies program rose to rankings in the top 10 nationally by U.S. News and World Report. We've created new research centers. We joined the Washington Post in doing a joint public opinion poll on Virginia politics and public policy, as well as national elections and public policy as well. So there's a lot going on here in the Schar School, and Mason's going to be, I think, good for all of you actually, and good for all of us, expanding the presence of other academic units into Arlington as it's building a new college of computing next door. With that 400,000 some odd square foot building, there's going to be other academic programs that are going to have a greater presence in Arlington. So you can just look forward to not only the Dean of the Schar School supporting you, but most likely deans of other schools and colleges who will have faculty and programs here. And we're going to have a lot of space that we have to fill, so keep bringing classes and we'll keep doing this. Thank you.
I have this vision of John Sprott and others huddling as they plan the first leg of the Arlington Learning and Retirement Institute journey. Who's going to get the space? Who's going to get the instructors? And how will we get the word out? Well, the word did get out, and courses were held, and John and colleagues formed the nucleus of a thriving organization now known as Encore Learning. And I know you enjoyed the wonderful moments in the photographs that were playing around. We've had over 600 different courses offered and over 22,000 enrollments.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing since day one. Over 3,000 people have joined Encore Learning. We peaked in our membership in the fall of 2019, even to the point of not actively recruiting members because our courses were filling up so fast. We didn't have space. A few years ago, we added a waitlist option and to classes and to events, and that has made many people very happy because we are able to fill up classes quickly and take advantage of space that they have. Our course previews are premier events held twice a year, and our last one held here was in 2020, February of 2020. And that's the good news, being together. The bad news, it lasted 3 hours. We don't do that anymore. We did our first virtual preview in September 2020 with 22 pre-recorded and 8 live videos. And we learned that having live instructor videos for a preview with 380 people watching was not such a good idea. Remember that? Since the spring of 2021, we have pre-recorded all of our instructor introductions, and they are available on YouTube because we are a technology organization, all of us. And just last week, our YouTube preview clips have had over 1,500 views. We have learned a lot about how to produce great previews and courses and continue to improve our premier preview events. Okay, get your calendars out. Our preview for spring 2023 will be held on February 2nd. Just block that time out so you're available. We want you with us. In the summer of 2020, we transitioned from the printed catalog to the online catalog. And this has allowed us to keep information current and at your fingertips with saving some trees as well. In the summer of 2021, we took a deep dive into redesigning our website and updating our logo. We are now more active on social media and have refined our membership marketing messages. And please, when you're on Facebook, follow us. Encore Learning. You can get there. I know you can do it. You need to do it to stay current on class updates and other Encore Learning opportunities. Throughout our history, the Special Events Committee has been a planning workhorse. Remember all those event flyers that we had, and you had to visit the library on Mondays? Remember how we used to do that? Well, now we are treated to Encore Learning Presents, co-sponsored with the library, all done from our homes. These virtual events draw speakers from California to France. The one coming up soon is coming from France to us. And we often have over 200 people in attendance. These events are free and open to the public, a real service that Encore Learning brings to the community. Members are also very fortunate to have docent-led tours with their peers, and mostly they're virtual at this point, but pretty soon we'll be back in person with tours. As a volunteer-focused organization, we couldn't have had such a successful run these past 20 years without the tremendous contributions of so many members. We have many dedicated volunteers to be recognized today. And let's take a look at our founding members. Look at this. These members joined in our first year, and they're still actively helping us move forward. We're pleased to acknowledge you in your efforts to get ALRI going and to keep it going as Encore Learning. See your name there? Please stand for that. There are several of you here. Please stand for that. Wow. Thank you. We have board members and board leadership is essential, and today we acknowledge those who served on the board for 10 or more years. We also have, some have passed away, sadly, but we will always be grateful for the contributions they made. And now we have members who've been on the board for 5 to 10 years. Board members, please stand to be recognized. Look at our instructors now. Encore Learning is everything because of our fabulous instructors. Tom Wukich, this is your 40th class this fall, and Bob Stone, who's not here, but he will be teaching his 32nd course this fall.
Wow.
Would you believe that 5 of these instructors taught for the very first semester in the spring of 2003? Thank you to all of our wonderful instructors who shared their knowledge with us for 15 years. What a robust group. And here are the instructors who've been with Encore Learning for between 5 and 10 years. Wow. Thank you. Instructors, those who are here, please stand up to be recognized. And now to the wonderful group of Class A's. The top 21 Class A's have served in this position for more than 15 classes. Tom Adams, not only have you served as our immediate past president, but you've also achieved the high honor of serving as one of the top 21 Class A's. Thank you. And Marty Sedan. We have classes without you. You've helped in so many ways, not only as a regular Class A, but also as the chief AV and Zoom trainer for hundreds of volunteers. Thank you. We have more than 480 ALRI Encore Learning people who've served as Class A's over the past 20 years. 75 plus have served as a Class A for more than 5 classes. Thank you all. I think that you should know that being a Class A is really lots of fun. And if you haven't volunteered to be a Class A, please be in touch with info@encorelearning.net and we will make sure you are a happy member as a Class A. Any Class A's here, please stand up. You're the stars of our community. Let us now move on to our club coordinators. As you know, Encore Learning has a wonderful clubs focus, wonderful. And our members really enjoy time with their clubs. Look at this list of club coordinators. Thank you for your leadership. I think we have a vacancy for the Global Lunch Club. Anybody who's interested, please be in touch with info@encorelearning.net. And club coordinators, if you are here, please stand up to be recognized. We are grateful. Grateful, grateful. Now, we'll look at people who've served on committees for more than 10 years. These are folks who do all the work behind the scenes. They're longstanding supporters of Encore Learning and enjoy making things happen. Thank you. Please stand up. And now we thank our 20th anniversary committee. Mildred Patterson, you and your committee made this fun event happen, and we are grateful. You managed lots of loose ends, and you tied them all up into this fun event. 20th anniversary committee members, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. And we have some board of directors who are here today. Some couldn't make it. Colleagues who are serving on the board, if you're here, please stand up. We are grateful for your leadership. Okay, and now we cannot forget the amazing people who support Encore Learning, and that is our staff, past and present. Look at these wonderful people who serve and helped us become the organization that we are. Encore Learning survives because, and right now, of the leadership of Executive Director Laura Polari-Wellis. And I want to draw your attention to the first name on the list, Carolyn Duxley. Carolyn? There you are. Carolyn is our first staff member for Encore Learning, and get this, an unpaid staff member, and she did it all. So thank you, we're grateful. Please stand to be recognized, class, or staff, if you're here in the audience. Thank you all, you're wonderful. And a quick reminder, if you saw your name on one of these slides, we ask you to be available after our presentation is through for pictures. And we don't want to miss you, so please take a moment to look. It's all timed out. If your name is there, so if you see your name on a picture list, please plan to be there on time. Join me in one last round of applause for all who have helped Encore Learning. Okay, right now I think I'm at the Oscars. We are about to view the best picture of the year. Let's look at this video. Hold your horses.